Absolutely. I think we can certainly see the importance of having this white paper distributed and commented on. Now, won't you tell us a little bit more about a certificate of need? What is it for those of us who are not in the loop, and how does this relate to the proposed NHI system?
Yeah, the word certificate of need has become somewhat of a swear word, and I think that as an association, we really haven't changed our view on the certificate of need. So the minister has indicated about a month ago at the Hospitals Association conference, where he was a guest speaker, sort of intimated that the whole certificate of need issue has not gone away, and it will be in the white paper in some form or another. So this is something we'll be watching very closely. Now, perhaps just very briefly, context to the certificate of need. Certificate of need is a concept that was introduced into the national bill in 2003 by the then late Minister Mantu Shabalala Msimang. And already then, the way it was promulgated or put into the bill that subsequently became the Act in 2004 was a mechanism that was envisaged to basically control where practitioners may or may not work. So this really relates to predominantly the private sector. In fact, the bill's quite frankly overarching. It's the public sector doesn't actually escape that. So anybody wanting to open up a health establishment, as it's worded in the Act, needs to apply for a certificate of need. Now, we were vehemently opposed to that piece of legislation in 2003, 2004. It ended up in the Act, but as you may know, even though it's in the Act, it actually only becomes law once it is promulgated in terms of the Act. And this is a piece of legislation that has been dormant for almost a decade. And lo and behold, about a year ago, the President promulgated the Act, or that piece of legislation in the Act. We found this very hard to understand. That was about May last year. And we went through a series of consultations and meetings, and might I add, as usual, vehement opposition to that bit of legislation.